are you sharing this time, or is either one of you going to be speaking?
That will be speaking,
Okay.
and Dr. Wahadel will answer questions.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Okay. I am here today on behalf of tens of thousands of mothers, fathers, and grandparents across Canada, represented by two national networks, Mères and For Our Kids. For Our Kids is across Canada from coast to coast, and Mères in many provinces, with tens of thousands of people who are asking for climate change action. We are here to ask you, no matter what your political party is, to take courageous action on the climate crisis. We desperately need a Climate Accountability Act in Canada that will protect our children from the climate emergency. But the bill is not ambitious enough, and we have concrete proposals to make it the bill our children need. First and foremost, you must know that our population and our children are already dying from the effects of climate change. For instance, a 2021 publication from the Harvard School of Public Health shows close to 900 babies die annually in North America as a result of particulate matter in our air, which is a direct result of burning fossil fuels. The evidence shows that increasing temperatures, heat waves, and the emissions from burning fossil fuels not only exacerbate child respiratory illness and death, but cause it. If you have any excuses in your mind for not taking bolder action on the climate crisis, I invite you to let me walk you through one of the many cases that I've seen in our pediatric emerge of a perfectly well baby losing their life because they cannot breathe. As wildfires rage through many of our provinces as we speak, droughts threaten our food security and farming livelihood, and deaths from extreme heat events become more common, we as parents feel strongly that it is our job to be sure that you protect our children. This is why we are here before you today, and we feel very strongly that 4 aspects of Bill C-12 must be improved if this bill is to protect current and future generations. First, a key aspect is that our kids need a Climate Accountability Act with real accountability to ensure that the incremental targets are met. This means an impartial advisory committee. The majority of this committee must be experts in climate science and exclude industry representatives. The committee, as it exists, must be reassessed. The UK's climate accountability law, as one of the previous speakers said, is working because when they have an arm's length, truly expert-led advisory committee that can take action when the government decisions threaten the commitments to targets. Second, Bill C-12 must be a race to carbon neutrality. We need to go faster than what is proposed in this bill. The science about this is very clear. Reset the first target to 2025 with a clear plan from now until then. Canada is already 30 years late in meeting its climate goals, so deferring until 2030 sets us up to fail. Third, Bill C-12 must be modified to ensure that every decision taken by the government goes through a climate test in order to evaluate how policies will impact our reduction targets. Because greenhouse gas emissions transcend jurisdictions and sectors, we need to ensure that all government decisions are in harmony with our climate goals. Finally, it is the responsibility of the government, and that is you, to ensure intergenerational equity and to take actions that protect future generations. Our children cannot vote, but it is them that will be impacted the most by a bill whose present targets would result in a rise in temperature of 3 degrees in their lifetimes. We are asking you to remember your obligation to their future as you work to change these targets to match the science. This is the fight for our children's lives. The COVID-19 pandemic has shown us what happens when we put short-term economic benefits ahead of their lives and the long-term economic success of Canadians. The climate crisis is not different. I believe that all of you, as members of different political parties, care about the future of our kids and your kids, and understand that our industry and economy has to change rapidly to compete internationally, given the reality of the climate crisis. Our kids are looking to you to ensure a livable planet and jobs in the new or the green economy that will sustain their generation in the future. We are not asking for more than Canadians want, nor are we asking you more than you can deliver. Our children deserve your action and your protection. They need you to act as courageous politicians in this crisis to ensure them a livable future. Thank you.
Thank you.